Okay, we have someone. Do you want me to start the video?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great. Thank you.
Thank you for attending this Connect Together event. During this event, we have automatic closed captioning available. Please go to the bottom of the Zoom meeting, click Live Transcript, and then Show Subtitles to turn them on. Before we begin, we'd like to take a quick moment to let you know how you can join an opinion research panel made specifically for British Columbians living with disabilities.
For 25 years, the Disability Foundation has been fostering meaningful experiences for Canadians with disabilities through outdoor recreation, social connectedness, innovative adaptive devices, and more. Today we are asking, how has the pandemic affected you? Help strengthen decision makers' understanding of your needs and experiences by joining an online opinion research panel consisting solely of people with disabilities and their caregivers. Make a difference in your community today. The Disability Foundation. Reimagine what is possible.
Did you know? Young adults with disabilities have a harder time getting hired. Break down barriers by sharing your story. Take our survey.
Okay, you can continue.
Great. Thank you. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to a seated adaptive yoga practice. Thank you for joining me. And so today I'd like to invite you to begin your yoga practice by finding a supportive place for your spine. So if possible, move away from the back of the chair. Come forward just enough so that you can sit forward on your sits bones. And then when you're ready, an invitation to bring your hands to your heart center. It might be in prayer pose. And then an invitation to take a moment to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. Setting aside whatever was going on for you before the class for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. When you're ready, release your arms by your side, palms face up, and shake your hands vigorously. If anything I share with you today does not feel comfortable, if it doesn't feel right, skip it and come back to your breathing. And so when we're focused on our breath, we are practicing yoga. So in essence, challenge yourself, however, don't strain. And so yoga meets us exactly where we are. And so an invitation now to soften your gaze, ground down through your sits bones, soften through your abdomen, lengthen up through your spine, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Lift up through the crown of your head. And then an invitation to bring your hands together, rub your palms vigorously. So energize your hands, warm up your hands. And so if you happen to be blessed with a yoga buddy, your partner, you could rub their hands together. And then bring your hands just a few inches apart. Notice a little warmth between your hands. And then take your hands, place your hands in whatever part of your body you feel like you're holding, tension, stress. And that loving energy from your hands. Your hands are connected to our heart. To that place. And then let's rub our palms together again. Warming up our hands, energize your hands. And finding another place on your body that you feel needs a little extra love or attention. And release. And so from here, let's transition into a gentle warm up for our neck and shoulders. So let's begin with moving our head gently up and down. And so be careful not to throw your head back. So as you lift your head, your eyes might meet where the ceiling meets the wall. And when you're ready, drop your ear towards your shoulder. And then moving from side to side. And then as you're ready, turn your gaze looking past your shoulder. And pause and then visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. So imagination is powerful. Move your head back through center, gazing across your opposite shoulder. Pause. Visualize moving your chin up and down slightly. Bring your head back through the center. And from here, I'd like to invite you to drop your chin towards your chest, let your shoulders round towards your front body. So a little cat-cow movement. Our hands can slide away. On inhale, arch your back. So sliding our shoulders away from our ears. And so on exhale, drop your chin towards your chest, let your shoulders round towards your front body, round your spine. On inhale, drawing your hands back towards your hip creases. So lifting the sternum, solar plexus, throat. Exhale, round your back. And drawing your navel in towards your spine. And slowly come on back to neutral spine. Release your arms down by your side and let's begin to reach towards the floor. And then bring your hands to your thighs, your knees, and we'll come into a gentle twist. And drawing our hands in towards our hip creases. And slowly finish up the movement that you're on. Draw your hands in towards your hip creases. As you do, turn your gaze up towards the ceiling. So again, making sure you do not throw your head back. So you'll know your head's back too far if it's difficult to swallow. And stay here for a few breaths or as long as feels comfortable. And then slowly return your gaze on the horizon. And take a moment, notice how those movements made you feel. And a little shake out, wiggly fidgets. And so when you're ready, reach your hand across to the bottom of your ear and we'll come into some body tapping. So tap down to your shoulder. Maybe reaching back, give yourself a pat on the back. Extend your arm out and tap down along your arm. So if you get to a sensitive place, if it's too much to tap, just maybe massage gently there. Turn your palm face up, tap back up. And then switch sides. So bottom of our ear down to our shoulder. Reach back, give yourself a pat on the back. Extend your arm out, tap down along your arm. Palm face up, tap up. When you're ready, bring your fingertips to your upper chest, tapping. So tapping in this area can be calming for our nervous system. And then maybe leaning back in your chair, bring your hands to your Buddha belly, massage your belly. Your organs, so your liver, your stomach, soft Buddha belly. And then if it feels okay for you, hinging from the hips, come forward a little, massage your lower back. And then sweeping our hands forward, inhale, left, exhale, go. Inhale, left, exhale, go. And so when you're ready, sweep your hands along your thighs, your knees. Maybe it feels okay to sweep down along your shins. You might even be able to reach your feet. And then sweep your hands back up. So let's do this one more time. Sweeping down along our thighs, our knees, shins, wherever you can reach comfortably. And then sweep back up. So place your hands so they're just a few inches apart. Soften your gaze, or maybe close your eyes softly, and see if you notice any simple or subtle, sensations between your hands. Maybe noticing how it feels to bring our hands a little further apart. And then moving them closer together. And when you're ready, turn your palms face up on inhale, reaching up to the sky. So maybe feeling a lightness. And then palms face down, a grounding sensation. So inhale, reaching up to the sky. And palms face down, a grounding sensation. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up, and your arms up into goal pose, so maybe it feels okay to reach up along your ears. Take a look between your palms, and then return your gaze on the horizon. Fold your fingers in, pressing into the palms of your hands, or maybe placing your hands on the back of your head. And together we can shout out, I am. I can, and I will. And with a sigh of relief, float your arms down. We'll shake it. Okay. So let's release some of the tension in our face, and we can do that by making nasty faces. And so begin with opening your mouth wide. And release. Open your mouth wide again, this time, and see if you can bring your lips over your teeth. And release. This time, let's draw all our facial muscles towards our nose. Just put it into a lemon. And release. Bring a soft fist to your jaw and create resistance. We carry a lot of tension in our jaw sometimes from one day into the next. And then switch sides. Bring a soft fist up to your third eye, middle of your forehead. Gentle pressure here is calming for our nervous system. When you're ready, reach your hand up and over, place it on the side of your head. Create resistance. Other side. Place your hands, you might interlace your fingers. Place them at the base of your skull, or if you can't reach there, if you happen to have a headrest, press your head against your headrest. And so let's press our head gently against our hands. And release. So let's come into some shoulder rolls. So let's begin with forward, down and back. And then roll up, back and down. So up, B and D. And then maybe alternating from side to side. And reverse. So when you're ready, reach your arms in front of you, stretch your palms, take your fingertips to your shoulders, stretch your palms. Fingertips to our shoulders, stretch your palms. Alternate from side to side. So our belly is soft, breath is quiet. Release your arms by your side, turn your palms face up, bring your fingertips to your shoulders, and then draw circles with your elbow points. See if you can create a little half smile, like a little Buddhist smile. So when we smile, it releases saliva. So a nice juicy mouth, juicy body. And then reverse the direction. Take a pause anytime you need. And slowly fold your arms down. Rest your hands on your thighs or your knees. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so movements for our hands, let's stretch our palms. So they make starfish and then bear claw, soft fist. Starfish, bear claw, soft fist. Starfish, bear claw, soft fist. Circle your wrists in one direction. Circle your wrists in the opposite direction. And then tapping. And air piano. And turn your palms face up. Circle your thumbs in one direction. Circle in the opposite direction. Interlace your fingers loosely. Bring your hands together however you're able to comfortably. And then wrist circles. Move in the opposite direction. And then when you're ready, press the backs of your hands against each other. Inhale, reach up a little higher. And when you begin to feel your hands separate, pause. And then bring your hands into prayer and lower down. When your heels of your hands begin to separate, pause there. And let's do this one more time. So backs of the hands, reaching up a little higher. Palms together in prayer. Down. And then reach up to the sky, extend beyond your wrist, beyond your fingertips. Hold your fingers in, pressing into the palms of your hands, or maybe placing your hands on the back of your head. And this time we can shout out, we are, we can, and we know. And with this sigh of relief, float your arms down. Shake out. And so let's go a little deeper with our movements. So today I'd like to invite you to imagine you're swimming. So motion is lotion. And then maybe the backstroke. The breaststroke. And the side stroke. Other side. Nice. And just float your arms down. Rest your hands on your thighs and your knees. And let your belly soften, your breath is quiet. Notice how you feel. So let's get into some of the movements of the spine. And so actually, I think we'll start with finding our balance. And so let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on the floor, on your footrest. Your sits bones are sharp on the chair. Your spine is long, front body is soft. Shoulders up, back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then maybe drawing your hands into your hip creases. So it might be open palm, maybe soft fist works better for you. And then hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So it's not about seeing how far we can go. We just kind of that just right amount of effort and ease. And then rock back up. So an invitation to keep this gentle rocking movement flowing in your own time and rhythm for a few more breaths. As long as it feels comfortable. And slowly making our way back to a neutral spine. Release your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your lap. And notice how's your breath. And notice any subtle sensations. And so we'll come into a side bend. So for this, I'd like you to take hold of the underside of your chair. Release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up. And so if you'd like, on an inhale, so you can bring your arm up into a gold pose. Or maybe it feels okay to reach up and over. Whatever your pose is today, turn your gaze down towards the floor. To release your neck and then breathe into your rib cage. So avoid collapsing forward. And slowly come out of the pose on the side. And we'll come into it on the other side. So taking hold of the underside of your chair. Release your opposite arm by your side. Turn your palm face up. On inhale, bring your arm into gold pose. Or maybe reaching up and over. Keep your sits bones on the chair. And breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? And slowly come out of the pose. Relax both arms down by your side. Take a moment. And let your belly soften. Breath is quiet. And so let's come into a seated twist. And so if possible, bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Make sure that your knees are in line with your ankles. It's okay to have your toes turned out a little. And so we'll inhale, lengthen our spine, and then bring your hand to the outside of your knee or thigh, reaching across. The other hand comes beside you or behind you. And so if you have osteoporosis, bulging discs, this is your pose today. You don't want to go any deeper than this. Otherwise, on an inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, beginning from the base of your spine, go into your twist a little deeper. So our head turns last. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. And slowly unwind, come back center. Take a moment. Then we'll come into the twist on the other side. So lengthen on an inhale, And then going into the twist, bring your hand to the outside of your knee or thigh. Your other hand comes beside you or behind you, wherever you can reach comfortably. Eyes are closed softly, focused inward, or soften your gaze. And slowly unwind. So let's come into the pose one more time on each side. So as you're ready, reach across the outside of your knee or thigh. Other hand comes beside you or behind you on the chair. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And beginning at the base of your spine, going into your twist. So our head turns left. Soft Buddha belly, quiet breath. Slowly unwind. Take a moment and we'll come into it on the other side. So lengthen, reach across, and go into your twist. Head turns last. And slowly unwind. Come back center. And then rock and roll. So let's slow in and out of the twist. So reaching up to the sky and then twist. Inhale, reaching up and twist. Inhale and twist. One last time, reaching up to the sky and twist. And come on back to neutral spine. Side bends, twists, pretty intense spinal movement. So we need to realign our spine. And we can do that with a seated forward fold. And so as you're ready, taking hold of the underside of your chair. Hinging from the hips, come forward with a flat back. So let your head hang slightly, release your neck. And then breathe into your lower back. So this might be your forward fold today. It might feel good. It might feel okay for you to rest your forearms on your thighs. Or maybe even to bring your fingertips down to the floor, let your head hang. And so whatever your pose is today, breathe into your lower back, or you can imagine that your lungs are in your lower back. And slowly come out of the forward bend by pressing down through your inner heels. It might be an energetic pressing down. Place one hand on each near thigh. Come on back. Okay. And so let's transition into a sun salutation. So a modified version of sun salutation. And so for this, I'd like to invite you to come into mountain pose. So this version of mountain pose with our arms by our side. And then bring your hands to your heart center. Maybe in prayer pose. And then on an inhale, reach up to the sky. And then as you're ready, hinging from the hips, come forward. So into a forward fold. So it might be any version you'd like. You're going down all the way, or not. And then when you're ready, I'd like to invite you to reach your arms forward, extend. So this is a seated version of downward facing dog. Place your hands on your thighs and then come into a baby cobra. So lift up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, come back to neutral spine. So maybe a little cat and cow movement. So arch your back, or around your back where medium arch. Come back to a neutral spine. Come into mountain. Hands come together at the heart center. On inhale, reach up into mountain pose. And then hinging from the hips, come forward into a forward fold. Extend your arms, coming into downward facing dog. Place your hands on your thighs and up into baby cobra. Lift up through the crown of your head. And round your back, cat cow. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. So this feels lovely. So this little cat cow one more time. And then slowly back, take a rest. And notice how those movements made you feel. And so let's come into a gentle warm up for our lower back and our hips. And so I like to call this stirring the pot. So you might bring your hands in towards your hip creases. And then moving with your breath, circle forward. And then circle back. So you're pressing your lower back towards the back of the chair. So this movement can feel a little strange if you're not accustomed to it. So an invitation to move with your breath. And as you begin to feel your hips, your lower back, soften and release, see if you can go a little deeper. So bringing our shoulders towards our knees. Of course, we're not going to come all the way down. And then as you're ready, circle in the opposite direction. So bring a gentle awareness to the space in front of you. Bring an awareness to the space beside you, above you, and especially to the space behind you. And an invitation to trust that you are being supported. And then slowly make your way back to stillness. Relax your arms down by your side. Rest your hands on your lap. And let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. So you might observe the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so when you're ready, I think we'll come seated back in the chair. So find a comfortable seated position. And I'd like to share a practice with you called palming. And so for this, we bring our hands together, rub the palms vigorously, energize your hands, warm up your hands. So if you're wearing glasses, you'll want to take your glasses off for this practice. Now, once your hands are nice and warm, bring them up to your eyes, cup your eyes slightly. And maybe closing your eyes softly if that feels okay for you. And then allow the warmth, the energy from your hands to soften behind your eyes. And then we'll stay here for a few breaths or as long as feels comfortable. And maybe shifting your eyes from side to side. Balance our brain a little more. And then gradually blink your eyes. And so I'd like to introduce a breathing exercise, simple yogic breathing exercise. And I'm not sure that I've taught in this class. So this is called alternate nostril breathing. And so for this, find a comfortable seat, tuck your chin in slightly. And so when you're ready, bring your hand up to your nose and then block off your right nostril and inhale through your left. Rest your hand back down on your thigh, bring your other hand out, block off your left nostril, inhale through your right. And switch sides again, block off your right nostril, inhale through the left. And so an invitation in your own time and rhythm to keep this breathing technique going. So this time, when you inhale, I want you to inhale into the opposite side of your brain. And so let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And maybe noticing if you felt a subtle shift in your energy. And so the next pranayama practice, so pranayama means breath control. And so this is a 1-to-1 ratio. So it's when we bring our inhales and our exhales so that they're the same duration and quality. And so I will cue you with the count of 3. And so sitting comfortably wherever you are in your breath cycle, inhale through your nose. Exhale slowly, and we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 3, 2. Let your breath come back to its natural rhythm. And so your natural rhythm. You're noticing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And so from here, we'll transition into a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so make sure you have what you need to stay warm. I happen to have a blanket, which I'm going to put on my lap. getting chillier as we move closer to the winter months. And so I'd like to invite you to place your hands in mudra. And so one of my new favorite mudras is with our palms face down, resting on our thighs. And this is called the mudra of calm abiding. So another choice might be that you rest your hands one in the other, thumbs connect. And then draw your hands in closer to your hip creases. And today I'd like to invite you to, rather than close your eyes for meditation, to keep your eyes open. So an invitation to tuck your chin in slightly. And then an invitation to rest your tongue, the tip of your tongue at the top, your teeth on the top, just below your teeth, or maybe resting your tongue, bottom of your mouth. And so the meditation is by Thich Nhat Hanh, the Zen Buddhist monk, beloved. And it goes like this. Inhale, as I inhale, pardon me, breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing. Become seated in whatever comfortable sitting position you'd like for your final relaxation. Roll your shoulders up, back and down just a few times. And so we're not scrunching our shoulder blades together, just allowing our shoulders to soften away from our ears. Rest your hands on your thighs, palm face up or down as desired. Close your eyes softly or soften your gaze. Soft Buddha belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Soft palms, quiet breath. Allow your breath to breathe itself. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. And so if it's challenging to quiet the mind, placing our hands on our Buddha belly, bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. So without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body again. And so our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. Wiggle your fingers and toes, hands and feet, waking up. Rub the tips of your fingers with your thumbs if you like. And come on, I'm seated comfortably to finish your yoga practice. Thank you. Notice how you feel before and after your yoga practice. I left lots of time today for you to give me any feedback, questions. Always happy to hear from you.
Thank you, Bobbie. It's always a pleasure.
Oh, thanks, Janet.
So, namaste.
Hey, Josie.
Hi, Bobbie. Yes, thank you. Very enjoyed it very much.
You're welcome.
All the stretches to get that movement in the joints is really good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And Mary, lovely to see you earlier. And so I guess that's it for today. I'll look forward to seeing you next time.
Okay, I'll end the meeting.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.